You're watching Nick's the News. News with attitude. With host Nick Hetcher. Here's the news.
This is Nick's the News, and I'm Andy Roye. Hetcher's off today. In fact, he's pretty much off every day. Normally, I'm the stuntman, cameraman, bodyguard, funny man, an all-around tough guy. Nick's the News is the news place, and I don't like to do this sissy job, but they asked me to.
Yeah, Nick's has the day off. His brother Ricky can't be found anywhere, and their twin cousin Larry is off at the Lumberjack Convention in Las Vegas. Can you fill in for him, Biker Roy?
No, Candyman. I ain't doing your sissified news today or no day.
There's a tattoo of J-Lo in it for you if you do.
Okay. But I ain't doing no political news. In the news, anthropologists say there are at least 21,000 towns and villages around the world where folks live exactly as they did 100 years ago. How cool is that? I had no idea cable TV had been around that long. People who take the herb ginkgo biloba are 24% less likely to die over a 13-year period, reports a new study. What the heck does that mean? Hey, sign me up for some of that ginkgo biloba because I hate the idea of dying over a span of 13 years. Here's a report from Street Reporter Darren Marlar.
Thank you, Nick. Today is Take Your Daughter to Work Day, unless, of course, your name is Alec Baldwin. For Nick's the News, I'm comedian Darren Marlar.
Thank you, Marlar. Rosie O'Donnell plans to leave The View in June after being unable to agree on a contract with ABC. Or agree with anyone or anything, period. Speaking of funny, let's ditch this news. I gotta tell you this one. Don't worry, a preacher told me it's clean. I don't know what a preacher was doing in a biker bar, though. Anyway, it goes like this. One Sunday, an old biker walks into a church and sits down in the front row. As the preacher's beginning his sermon, the devil suddenly appears at the altar. The members of the congregation all get petrified, including the preacher himself, and they disappear out of that church. They're gone. Except for the old biker, who's just sitting there in the front row. The devil notices that the biker is still in the church, and he goes up to him and says, "Hey, punk, do you know who I am?" "Why, of course I know who you are," says the biker. "You're Satan." The devil says to him, "Yeah, but all your friends left. Why aren't you afraid like the others?" The old biker says, "Afraid? Why should I be? I've been married to your sister for the last 25 years. That reminds me of another one. You got time for another one? You really don't want to hear the news anyway, do you? I didn't think so. Whatever. I'm out of here. This news stinks. I'm Andy Roye, biker, and that's Nick's the News. Come back tomorrow. Oh yeah, and vote for Pedro.
Nick's the News is not intended to diagnose, cure, or treat any physical or mental disease or financial situations you've gotten yourself into.